Good evening, everyone. How are we? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic evening, wherever you are around the world, or afternoon, wherever you are around the world. And welcome back, of course, to our post match reaction to Liverpool's 3-0 win over Aston Villa. I think I said yesterday it was going to be Liverpool's toughest test. And to be fair, it was probably one of Liverpool's easiest games so far this season. But yes, hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well and all okay. But yeah, the Reds have won, Manchester United have lost. Absolutely perfect Sunday. Anyway, and of course we are here to talk about all about the game as well. Anyway, and of course for you guys have your thoughts and your opinions as well. Then let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Anyway, and of course we'll discuss all the goals. Obviously about Dominic Szoboszlai as well. What a goal that was as well. Obviously what a performance as well from Dominic Szoboszlai yet again. Obviously, look, I think out of the 4 games, he's been probably the best player, probably apart from Alisson as well. But again, Dominic Szoboszlai on top as normal. Again, obviously Darwin Nunez as well, obviously helping for that second goal, obviously an own goal by Matty Cash. Realistically, a goal that Darwin should have slotted away, but nevertheless, of course, obviously Darwin did help it on its way as well. And of course, Mohamed Salah getting, of course, his second goal of the season, which from a very neat flick from Darwin Nunez. And Mo Salah just tapped it away, didn't he, in that second half as well. And of course, 10 points out of 12 for the Reds now as well. So again, very much positive to talk about. A lot of things to be positive about, of course. Obviously, this time last year, I believe we only had, was it 2 points, I think it was, or 4 points, I think it was, this time last season. But again, 10 points out of 12 going into the international break. I'll 100% take that as well, considering the fact we've played the likes of Newcastle, Chelsea, and Aston Villa as well, and of course Bournemouth as well. But again, we should realistically be beating Bournemouth at home. There shouldn't be chat as well. But again, like I said, the main ones: Chelsea, Newcastle, and Aston Villa. The fact that Liverpool have came out of those games with what, 7 points is a very encouraging sign, I think, for the future, especially the way the team is playing as well, and just in general, the whole vibe around the team seems a lot better as well, considering 12 months ago, and obviously this new midfield that worked perfectly, I think, today, for sure, 100% as well. Anyway, but again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Of course, obviously Ali's in saying, "Hi Connor, it's Ali, how are you?" I'm fantastic, thank you, mate. Again, obviously Liverpool winning, I think, adds to the weekend. If we had lost, I think it would have, we would have been scratching our eyes out as well. Especially the fact that, again, the fact that the game wasn't on TV again was shocking. I think by Sky, but then again, they're also saying that was actually quite a high-scoring game against, of course, Palace and Wolves as well. I think it finished 3-2. Then it chat, but Nicholas in as well saying, "Great game by the whole team. Clean sheet, little surprise for me, and 3 points. Sobo, Darwin, and Trent, very good for me today." Yeah, absolutely. I think they're my three standouts as well. I think one person as well that does deserve a massive shout out is Joe Gomez. Tonight, of course, he'll be getting out his wallet, his keys, and Moussa Diaby. In of course, it was very much a solid performance from Joe Gomez as well. And of course, this is the annoying part about it. I think all of us can see what Joe Gomez can do. And that's the thing where I was saying last season, sell him, for this coming summer just gone, in terms of the transfer window. I was saying, look, sell him because Liverpool can surely go and get better. But then you see the quality that he added again against Newcastle, against Villa. He's looked very, very solid for Liverpool. And that's just the annoying thing. Like, if there was a consistent basis of him being solid for Liverpool, again, he could be in the conversation for potentially, interchanging between him and Joe and Ibu Kanate alongside Virgil van Dijk. But for me, I think he's been very solid since he's been in the team. Obviously, no Ibu, no Virgil van Dijk today. The Liverpool really need him in that sense as well. But I think overall, as you said, but there, I think the overall game today, Liverpool just dominated. Again, Villa didn't turn up, don't get me wrong, but I do think in certain aspects Liverpool did shut Villa down quite easily. And look, it was superb, wasn't it? I think it was very, very good performance from everyone. I don't think there's even one person we can go, oh, they could have done that a bit better or this a bit better. No, I think the whole team today was a very solid performance. And again, it's a performance where you do look at it and you're like, realistically, we wouldn't want that type of performance and then an international break. If you get me, I think Liverpool would very much love to grow on that performance and the team on that as well. But obviously, an international break in the middle of that isn't the best in that regard neither, as well. But Sobo's first Liverpool goal, yes, it was, and what a goal it was, as well on his weaker foot. I think that's just an example of, again, what Dominic Szoboszlai can add to the Liverpool midfield and the Liverpool scoring, as well. I think, do you know what? The last 3 weeks I've put a bet on. Obviously, please gamble responsibly as well. I should say that before I do speak any more about betting. But I've betted every single week with Dominic Szoboszlai to score from outside the box. Today, I didn't put it on. I forgot about it, and yeah. What does Dominic Szoboszlai go and do? Score from outside the box. Absolutely fuming with myself for that anyway. But as Gus is saying, brilliant. Wasn't expecting such a relaxing sunny afternoon as well. No, again, I think I said it yesterday in the preview show. For me, it was very much Liverpool's toughest test, and we didn't get tested, which was weird. I don't know whether or not if it was system wise from Villa. I don't know. Again, I've seen a few Villa supporters saying again it was down to the system, and Ollie Watkins, in their opinion, was the worst player on the pitch. But I don't know. Again, if there's any Villa fans watching, then do let us know in the comments. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I think they said it perfectly though on Sky, where this Villa side might be good enough against, all the teams that are below them. They'll absolutely destroy this season, and then the top six, then they might not get the points that they're after or the performances that they're after, neither as well. So again, we'll have to just wait and see for that throughout the season. Anyway, but it's better. Is Gomez better? Robbo's side at centre back, he was superb today as well. Maybe again, obviously not playing on that right hand side for Trent. Obviously, Joe Matip was playing right back for the majority of the game, wasn't he, chat? To be fair, but yeah, again, it's a conversation. I think anyway. Obviously, normally Van Dijk would be on that side. Again, would Liverpool potentially look at resting Van Dijk sometimes and then playing Joe Gomez in on that left-hand side? I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being perfectly honest, as well. But Liverpool in Europa League, yes, Ali, we are, as well. But in saying that, Mike, we are third right now, only on goal difference. But again, like I said, 10 points out of 12, I will 100% take that, taken from the international break. I think we all said this at the start of the season. If we had got that going into the international break, that would deem a successful period. I now look back at that Chelsea result and I go, you know what, we could have got something, we could have got a win there, if we had just been a little bit better in our approach, especially that second half, as well. We let that Chelsea side dominate the game, and yeah, again, I don't really know what happened, when we look back at that game and look at how Chelsea performed, especially yesterday as well against Forest. Again, I just wish Liverpool could have got all 3 points there, as well. But fantastic from the lads. Dom is magical, and Darwin was brilliant, and Gomez, wow, well done, lad, as well. Yeah, absolutely, Daryl, 1000%. But I agree. Again, even though I've seen people on social media already going, "Oh, no, Darwin didn't score today." It's like, look, caused problems every single time he went in behind. Obviously, a massive part of Liverpool's 2 goals, obviously, with Mo's and obviously Matty Cash's own goal. But still, there was so much. Again, that one that I think Mo put him in behind and he just chips it and it clips the bar. Like that, it's so unfortunate with that. I think Pau Torres actually touched it as well. So again, could have been a goal in that sense as well. But again, this game did scream for Darwin Nunez. I think again when we come back after the international break, I think we have Wolves away, a 12:30 that might suit. Um, that might suit Cody Gakpo a bit more, but I think Darwin is, you know, I think Darwin Nunez is very much uh, on a different level this season. Everything that what I've seen so far, in my opinion, I think Darwin Nunez is going to have one hell of a season. And it's not just about goals neither. I think in terms of link up play, again, look, don't get me wrong, is he the best link up player? No, he's not. But I think the combination between, as Scouser said today as well, saying no, Mo and Darwin are such a handful. They are, as you clarified there. But yeah, no, they are, and I do agree with that. I think that partnership, that is scary. And to add on top of that, you've also got Luis Diaz on the other side. You've got Cody Gakpo, Jota on the bench as well. Like Liverpool could have scored 6 or 7 today. They could have, if they were a bit more clinical, with the link up play, and of course, taking opportunities as well. Like Liverpool could have taken, a 6 or 7 goal advantage, and that's the most encouraging thing I think from the game, is the fact that Liverpool looked dangerous and didn't look vulnerable at times as well. We didn't. And to be fair, we've kind of, even last season, we got away with games where we might have won by 6. What I say 6, I was going thinking of the United game then. But we've won by like 2 or 3 nil or something like that in like 1 or 2 games last season. But we looked vulnerable the entire time. I think we beat Southampton last year at home. I think 3-0. I think it was, but the entire game, every time Southampton went forward, Liverpool looked vulnerable to concede. And in this game, where Jurgen's talking about the control in the midfield, where he's talking about McAllister in the 6, and obviously Curtis Jones, I think today was a massive factor in helping the control as well, and what I think Ryan Gravenberch will be for Liverpool as well. I do have a feeling that Alexis McAllister is Liverpool 6 for the season. And I think, of course, that's not set in stone. And I hope it's not set in stone either. But I think the interchange between Curtis Jones and McAllister today, again, there were some times where Alexis McAllister was playing as the 10, then Curtis Jones was covering the space, similar the other way around, where McAllister was in the 6 and then Curtis Jones was pushing forward as the 8. And again, even Dominic Szoboszlai as well, how many times did he look, it was like almost like a double pivot between him and McAllister as well. So look, I'm a huge fan of this Liverpool midfield. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what we do for the rest of the season. And to think we've got Thiago coming back at some point, Stefan Bajcetic coming back, Wright Gravenberch as well to add to this midfield. It's very, very encouraging. And look, if Liverpool can sort out, the whole thing of being vulnerable at times, I think that's the thing for me, where if Liverpool can sort that out and not suffer so much like we did today, everything that Villa tried to create, we shut down completely. If we can do that, I'm going to say it now, I think top 4 will be Liverpool's this season. Don't know where in the top 4, and I'm not going to say again we're going to be going challenging City. And look, I don't think we will be challenging City so much. I'd love us to, and I hope we do, but I do think we are a defender short. I do think that, to be fair. But yeah, I think Liverpool, especially like the front 3 and the midfield, is scary. Going forward, it's terrifying for Liverpool. Well, for other teams, I should say. For Liverpool, it's encouraging, obviously. But, you've got the combination of, it's going to be Salah or Luis Diaz this season as the 2, it's the left wing or the right wing. And then it's either Jota, Darwin, or Cody Gakpo through the middle. And then you've got Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Stefan Bajcetic, Thiago Alcantara, Endo as well. Like, I want an Endo goal as well, to be fair. I want him to score a goal, to be fair. But just in general, like that four in midfield of Szoboszlai, actually five now to be fair, in Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Harvey Elliott, and Curtis Jones. That's exciting. Like when we looked at Liverpool's midfield last season, it wasn't exciting. Like again, there was the few, it was the few optimistic game or two, but I look at that midfield now and I go, that's the midfield Jurgen Klopp's wanted for such a long period of time. And again, Szoboszlai, again, for me, my man of the match. And again, guys, let me know your guys' man of the matches in the comments. But for me, he is he's a game changer. And again, I'm not saying again. Obviously, Alexis McAllister's not going to be there. I love Maka as well. I love Alexis McAllister. Again, can do so much today. Was brilliant in the six for Liverpool. But for me, I think not Ryan Gravenberch, I think Dominic Szoboszlai is going to be Liverpool's signing of the season, sorry. And I think he's going to be one of Liverpool's player of the seasons as well. I think he's going to be phenomenal. And I even watched that Arsenal game today, and I watched the Arsenal United game. And I think our midfield and the attack line can take on anyone. And I truly feel that as well. Even with the vulnerability of not having a pure six in there, I just have that feeling that Liverpool can go and attack this season and not look vulnerable at times as well. And again, obviously, it is just one game against Villa, but I think the comeback against Newcastle, the performance today, for me, I think Liverpool, when we talk about the mentality monsters, the beginning signs of it is there. And it is, in my opinion. I think Liverpool, I'm not saying, of course, again, the title is there. And I'm not saying that because, again, I think to think about the title now is completely irrelevant. Again, look, it's going to be Manchester City against this team. Do I think that team's Liverpool? You're damn right. I think Liverpool's that team. I look at that Arsenal game today. I think our attack can get at that Arsenal defense. If United can do it, if United, again, United nearly won the game. I know Arsenal won 3-1, but if that United team can get at them, this Liverpool team can rip them apart. And I think that's with every single team. The only team for me that you do look at and you go, oh, like they might cause us a lot of problems, is Manchester City. And I think the biggest thing as well is I think we play City away first this season, where normally it's always played at Anfield the first game as well. So, I just look at it and I do think Liverpool are Manchester City's biggest competitors again this season. And again, Arsenal fans may argue that again. Obviously, I say Chelsea fans might do again. They're trying to fight relegation again this season, but I think Liverpool are City's biggest competitors this season, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's only the beginning as well. And I can't wait to see what we do in the Europa League as well. And again, the rest of the Premier League as well. Be absolutely cannot wait chat as well. But get your comments anyway, guys. Hopefully, you lot are well. And yeah, again, very good positive win today. Anyway, you can tell I'm happy. You can tell it's a happy Sunday as well. But I was saying Wolves away and West Ham at home. I think it's West Ham at home. I mean as well. Yeah. Obviously, still will be determined whether or not Virgil van Dijk comes back for the Wolves game. Sorry. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I think the ban announcement gets announced tomorrow. I think, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. But then again, who needs Virgil van Dijk when we've kept a clean sheet for the first time this season? Need to give Ali a mention. Another amazing save, best in the world. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Again, it was. That's what That's what the best in the world do. Like I look at that Onana. Oh no, was it? Yeah, the Declan Rice goal, and I know it gets a deflection, but I think Alisson saves that personally. And yeah, that's what makes the difference. Again, I think Alisson. I think I spoke about this yesterday or maybe the day before. I truly think, and it's not just for Liverpool neither. I think, well, not just basing it off Liverpool. I think Alisson is underrated by rival fans because when people talk about best goalkeepers in the world, everyone like all of a sudden United fans go, oh no, Onana's the best, and this that, because he got into the Champions League final with Inter, and that, and I'm like, are you serious? Like Ramsdale, for example, like Ramsdale going the PFA player of the team of the year. How? How? Like he's not. He's Ramsdale is nowhere near being the best in the league or being the best in the world. Again, for me, the best goalkeepers in the world as of right now is Alisson Becker's number one, Thibaut Courtois number two, and Ter Stegen's number three for me. Again, Mainan, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think he's another shout for it as well for AC Milan. But I think the top three at the minute for me: Alisson Becker number one, Courtois number two, and then Ter Stegen number three. I think as well. But it seems the suffocation is back, so delighted to see it. Yeah, absolutely, Scouse. Again, the pressing, I loved it today, genuinely. Absolutely fantastic as well. But Gary Singh title race, no. I again don't get the title race talk going. It's no. I'd love it to be, but no. For me, just get top four over the line. The quicker, obviously, the better, and obviously then we talk about title race. But for me, considering what happened last year, go and get top four. Just no matter what, just like that's the focus now for this season. Get back into the Champions League for sure. What else do we have? Well done. Bring that Phil for next game. Gomez never reliable. Joe Gomez. To be fair, Joe Gomez was very very good today. Hamilton as well. And to be fair, Nat Phillips is away at Celtic, so we can't do that either. To be fair, but Conor Romano as well. Hello, Luke. I think it is in the chat. Yeah, it's Luke. Saying great performance today. It was absolutely. That's the Nat Phillips has gone. He's got the Celtic. Did he play today in the Old Firm derby? If anyone knows, let me know. I didn't watch it today. Liverpool, for me, as my prediction, still finished third. I think we finished second. I'm not going to lie. I think I had Liverpool in third, but yeah, let me know, chat. When the midfield is good and solid, then the defense is also easier. It seems to me that Klopp did the rebuild with that in mind. Last season we had holes in the midfield. Yeah, exactly. And I think to be fair as well, Fabinho a little bit. I think when we talk about Fabinho and being that decline, was it there? And I think Fabinho for me was a bit, became a little bit unlucky in terms of, again, the midfield not being there for him. Again, Thiago wasn't up to scratch. Jordan Henderson wasn't up to scratch. Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones wasn't given the opportunities like they are at the minute. Like they are at the minute. And yeah, well, and to be fair, I'm also saying that though, when we look back at that January period where Liverpool was suffering the most, Klopp was playing with the midfield of Thiago, Bajcetic, and Harvey Elliott as well. So when you do look at it, Thiago was the one that was being left with the responsibility as well. So to be fair, I think we know Klopp loves Thiago, but for me, Thiago is the last midfielder getting picked. And he was obviously injured at the minute, but he is the last midfielder getting picked for me at the minute. But I'm laughing at United as well. Yeah, I think the worst part about the United situation now was it Ten Hag came out at full time and was like not offsides, should have got a penalty, should have this, should have that, and I'm like, lads, give it a rest. Like you lost, and realistically, you shouldn't have lost because Arsenal wasn't great today. Midfield was superb. McAllister in possession, just so controlled and calm. Szoboszlai was Jones' first game of the season and played brilliantly. Yeah, absolutely, Luke, 100%. And when Gravenberch comes into the squad, yeah, we will cook. It's frightening to think. Again, I don't think he's being called up to Holland neither, so he will have 2 weeks of training. with the squad. So again, I'm looking forward to it 100%. In United's defence, they deserved something today. Offside goal was harsh. Can you give an offside goal being harsh? If it's offside, it's offside. Like, I don't know whether. Again, I saw it was very, very close, but yeah, if he's offside, then again he is offside. You can't call it harsh, to be fair, Daryl. Neither. But man of the match, Big Dom as well. Yeah, 100% agree. He for me was my man of the match. Again, Joe Gomez was another a close second for that. But yeah, again, the whole team could have got man of the match though. Darwin for 2 goal involvements. Mo looked sharp for a player that's off to Saudi Arabia. Shock. But I love Jurgen Klopp's reaction earlier on when just his facial expression when somebody again mentioned Mo and the attitude of like, oh, you'd be surprised that he's starting against Aston Villa because of the rumours and this, that, and the other. Like, shut up. He's not going anywhere. And again, look, they can come, they can bid, and they can go and get rejected nice and quickly. Anyway, and I won't get into the friggin' Mo Salah stuff neither. For me, right now, Szoboszlai is up there, but for me, just edging signing of the season is Maddison. Yeah, to be fair, that Spurs team looks really, really good. But yeah, I do think it is very much the sense of as well, like a Spurs bet without Harry Kane. And I think, as I don't know whether or not this is true, but every single team that Harry Kane has left, they've gone on to win a trophy the next season. So I'm just saying, to be fair, as well. But pressing the title is on. I hope so. I'd like to say so, but again, I would just say just stay calm on that talk. Top 4 is a must, and then if things present themselves and there's an opportunity there, then why fricking not? Again, I would agree 100% on that. Smash those likes, people, and subscribe. Yeah, if you're new, of course, hit that like button as well. And of course, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe. I think we're on 1.36k subs. I think we're on now. So again, the goal for the season is to get to 1.5 before the season finishes. So if we can get that as well, the quicker the better. Then hopefully we'll be able to, of course, get to 2k, hopefully, as well. But Man United and Chelsea losing, Max winning 10 in a row, Liverpool win and clean sheet. What a weekend! For God's sake, Luke, Max winning. So boring. Like, give me competition. It was, to be fair, it wasn't boring race. I was watching. I did have it on in the background while the Liverpool game was on. Realistically, Red Bull are going to dominate the next 3 years is it left in the current regulations. Like, nobody's going to catch up. Not Ferrari, not Mercedes, not McLaren neither. It's just going to be straight up. Straight up Red Bull winning all the time. And I hope Danny Rick gets in the car next year than Checo, but I think it'll be Checo. Man United and Chelsea losing, Max winning. I read that. No, sorry. Most of our big games first are away. Newcastle and Chelsea done already. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I like Romeo Lavia and his B friends. Why did Newcastle disturb me after all? I don't know what that's about. It's to be fair, if you are going about Lavia, I do feel sorry for him. To be fair, especially if the rumours are true that his agent forced him to Chelsea. But then again, I'm not sorry in that sense because Lavia couldn't. Lavia had the opportunity to join Liverpool and went to Chelsea for the money. Maguire and Evans made Arsenal look good. Yeah, what a centre back partnership that is for United. I know I'm going about Liverpool's, needing a defender, but Jesus Christ, United are in trouble. If them two are the starting lineup for the rest of the season, or for the for the beginning period, because of course I think Martinez might be injured, and obviously Lindelof limped off, obviously ran out for I think 2 months or 3 months as well. But yeah, absolutely hilarious. But Onana is shite. He is shite. Again, complete. As Lucas said, but Onana had over 2.5 goals in his haka as well. Yeah, absolutely. Like he's really good with his feet, and don't get me wrong, he is. But yeah, that's it. It's like Pickford, for example. Like they reckon Pickford's best quality is with his feet. Don't get me wrong though. If it wasn't for Jordan Pickford, I think Everton would be 20th. To be fair, at the minute. But Man United got robbed today. Should have won against Arsenal, but lost against Arsenal. Again, I did watch it, but I felt like the best result for it was probably a draw between the two teams. But yeah, again, I think it's to be fair, I just love the fact that you know that United lost now as well. But under 2 weeks to get players like Kanate and Trent and Thiago, hopefully fit again. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't mentioned it neither. Of course, Trent does have an hamstring injury. I thought it was his ankle because he was looking at it quite a lot before he came off. But yeah, it is his hamstring. According to Trent, it's not bad, but we've been here before where other people have said that it's not bad. I remember an injury, was it James Milner with his hamstring back like 2 years ago, and he said it wasn't bad when they brought him off, and he was out for 4 weeks. So yeah, hopefully it does mean that Trent isn't going to go away with England, because that's one of the things as well for me that's very annoying with Kanate, is the fact that Kanate is going to France for the international break, going with France, I should say. But he's not declared fit, so how can he be going to international duty? Then I think that's ridiculous in itself. And hopefully Trent is the same. Hopefully Trent has the scan now tomorrow. Hopefully, give him a week off, or give him the period to recover, and then we'll see him then against Wolves in 2 weeks' time, hopefully. Anyway, but how is an offside goal? Harsh. Onana literally did a frog splash on the Wolves defender. They get so much luck as well. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Ali asking is Mo Salah leaving? No, he's not. Absolutely not. Mo Salah is not going anywhere. Ali, don't worry about that. He left Leyton Orient years ago, and they won League Two title. So yeah, but Jesus Christ, was it Spurs to win the title? Was a decent race with some good overtakes in the first couple of corners. Yeah, it was. Again, a bit unlucky for Oscar Piastri as well. To be fair, I felt like it was a bit harsh though, the pen on Lewis. To be fair, they should reverse grid max every weekend now for banter. Was it pit lane start for the first 2 laps, and then see where he comes towards the back end, the back of it as well. 15 games unbeaten. Yep, we are 15 games unbeaten now. Very, very good start. For what I say, good start. It's been a good back end of the season, the start of the season for Liverpool as well. But to be fair, Pickford ain't a bad goalkeeper, just plays for the Blue Shite as well. He's terrible. Like, don't get that twisted. Like, he's not good. I never see Keller for a long time. You won't for starting for Liverpool. Again, obviously Alisson's never going to get dropped unless it's a cup game. Speak to you soon, lads. Time for bed. Bedtime for me. Anyway, thank you, Luke, for popping in as well. Hopefully, you have a fantastic night, mate. Anyway, Salah don't celebrate anymore. Finding that a bit weird. Excuse me. He does. Like, again, Mo does his thing, doesn't he? Where I think was it when we won the title, where he didn't celebrate for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden did. Like, he's and people read too much into it. Like today, again, you had people talking about should Salah play, or not Liverpool supporters, but rival fans and journos at Sky Sports, again saying, oh, should Mo Salah play, because again he's been linked with Saudi and this, that, and the other. It's like, shut up. Like things aren't going to change. Mo Salah starts for Liverpool week in, week out, and again today was boss, and that's the thing that you just have to look at it. Is again, he was amazing. The front three were amazing. The midfield was fantastic. Defending was brilliant as well. And Alisson Becker, again, was superb out of all of it. Again, and like we got the 3 points, got the win. And to be fair, the performance was up there. I think Jurgen Klopp spoke about it after the press conference as well. Said, yeah, like look, it was probably one of the better performances we've seen for a very long time, and it was. Like, I think, again, when we look at it, this team could go far in many of the things, many competitions in terms of Premier League as well. Could, absolutely. But pressing this time last year, we was 8th or 9th, now 3rd as well. Yeah, we had 4 points after 3 games last season. Actually, no, that's a lie. We didn't have 4, we had 5. Because we drew against Villa. We drew against Villa. Drew against Villa. What am I on about? We drew against Fulham. We drew against Palace. We lost to Man United away, and then we beat Bournemouth. So yeah, 5 points we had this time last year. So again, we've doubled the points tally from this time last season as well. So that's encouraging now as well. And to be fair, on a more recent side of things as well, when we do look at it, if you watch that game back at the end of May for Liverpool Villa and that draw, Liverpool deserved to get nothing from that game, and we were quite lucky to walk away with a point because the midfield battle again, Liverpool got absolutely bullied in that game, and in such a short space of time, Liverpool completely destroyed Villa today. And again, the word I've used in the title, dominated, because again, Liverpool did dominate over Villa in that midfield, and it was wonderful to watch. And as well, the fact that Liverpool ran the midfield, and again, absolutely superb to watch anyway. But Darwin played for it really well today. He did indeed, Gary. Good to see as well. Gakpo needs to step it up. Really dropped off right now. I don't think he has. Again, I don't know where that's come from, press. Again, I think that Cody Gakpo has been perfectly fine so far this season. Look, don't get me wrong. Should he be playing as a 10 or an 8 in the midfield? No, he shouldn't. Again, didn't have the opportunity to show himself against Newcastle, obviously because of the red cards. So, again, I think Cody Gakpo has been perfectly fine for the start of the season. Obviously, right now, who would you say to me would I rather to start up top for Liverpool? It would be Darwin Nunez. But again, I think Cody Gakpo will have a wonderful season for Liverpool. I think Jota's the same as well. Again, I think Liverpool have a really scary front line, and if we can add elements to that in terms of finding the best out of Darwin, getting Luis Diaz the numbers up there as well, having Ben Doak as well potentially add to the quality of the front five as well. That's even scary to think about as well, and what a talent he is, and what he's going to be as well in the future. That's just a thought process even for that. So for me, look, Liverpool, and I said this before the start of the season, Liverpool have the best front five in the Premier League. We do. Again, we're just talking about the best player, the best goal scorer. Again, you look at City, you go Erling Haaland, easy. But I think in terms of front line, I think on forwards, Liverpool have the best. I'm not going to say in Europe, but I would say in the Premier League for sure. I think Liverpool have the best. But again, it's very scary to even think about the combinations, what Liverpool could go with. Again, it's frightening to think about. And look, I'm very excited for the future as well. Anyway, but of course, for me, guys, anyway, this man by Dominic Szoboszlai, for me, my man of the match, absolutely outstanding for the first goal. It's nice the fact he's put into the StreamYard logo as well. But yeah, for me, Dominic Szoboszlai, my man of the match chat as well. And for sure, obviously the likes of Mo Salah as well, obviously adding to his quality. I think as well, actually, to be fair, before I do forget, obviously Mo did break another record today. He's the first. Wait there, let me see if I can find. I will speak out or talk out the record that Mo Salah's beaten. So, so you ready for this, chap? So Mohamed Salah is the first player to score or assist in 10 consecutive appearances in the Premier League since Mohamed Salah between August and December of 2021, 15 games in a row. So again, Mo has a couple of games to match that record, but still, again, the only player to do it twice in the last, what, 3, 4, 5 years. Like, again, outstanding, absolutely unbelievable. And when we talk about, goats, Mo Salah's the goats in terms of goat for Liverpool. Anyway, but yeah, absolutely outstanding for Mo as well. And of course, Jurgen was very happy as well. Obviously, you can see right there. Anyway, but before we do head off chat as well, keep on getting your comments in. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Let me know your man of the matches as well. Let me know your thoughts on the win. And hopefully, hopefully we'll hear some good news concerning Van Dijk. As Press said earlier, is Van Dijk back for Wolves? We don't know as of yet. Again, it will be interesting to find out tomorrow if he does get banned for an extra game or two. I think if he does get banned, it will be for one game only. So that's encouraging. This game had similarities to when we beat Palace 3-0 back in September 2021. A screamer and Mo goal from a corner. Yeah, absolutely. 3-0 wins each time. Man of the match Trent for Press as well. Again, Trent's a worthy candidate, but for me, I'm going to go Dominic Szoboszlai. I think he was absolutely outstanding today, 100%. Anyway, but chat, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Anyway, have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, wherever you are around the world. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with a news episode maybe, or we are going to have a look at, actually I'm not going to say what the video is going to be, but we are going to look at a certain situation at Liverpool that might be interesting. Anyway, but yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow anyway. And if not, then we'll be live Tuesday for sure anyway. But again, like I said, have a fantastic rest of your weekend wherever you are around the world. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section, because again, I know plenty of people watch it after the show is live as well. Of course, if you're watching, then please let me know your man of the match, your thoughts as well on the game. And as well, yeah, let me know your thoughts on international break as well, because I'm gutted the fact that Liverpool aren't going to be playing next week as well. Obviously, football's back, but we want international football to go away very, very kindly anyway. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the God Council, so you'll see all you guys tomorrow. Anyway, ta-ra.